My man, Mr. Get That Bag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we just found out today that it's Julian Williams, J-Rock's birthday. You got anything to say to him? Any birthday wishes?
Yeah, man. I want to say happy birthday, Julian. And I got a present for you May 11th. So hopefully you be prepared to receive it.
Happy birthday. So he fought one of your arch enemies, man. He fought one of the Charlos. How important is this fight to you?
It's very important, you know, and that was his only loss in a title fight against one of the Charlos, the bigger one. You know, man, it shows that he's a great fighter and able to fight and compete on the high level. So, you know, this is going to be a great, entertaining fight. I know the best J-Rock is going to come May 11th. He's getting a chance to fight for 3 belts, man. So, you know, he's going to, you know, take the opportunity very serious. And y'all just wait and see, man. It's going to be fireworks.
Break down the fight stylistically for me.
Well, Julian Williams is very, very technical. There's nothing about him that's awkward or too, let's say, you know, unique. You know, he got the basic fundamentals, the 1, 2, 3, but it's very sharp. He's very, very sharp, and he's very game. He got that Philly type style a little way, kind of like Bernard Hopkins, where he's very crafty in the inside, like the Rockets head back and forth, and in the clinches, and you know, even likes to hit score and hold. You know, like he got a little sneaky tactics, that Philly style, but he's very technical, solid fighter, and it's going to be that way starting off in the beginning of the fight. But everyone knows the engine I have on me, and as the fight gets deeper and deeper in the water, I get stronger and stronger. So I feel like the fight is going to be very, very close in the beginning. You know, who knows? He may be up, I may be up, and then as the fight go on, I'm gonna start taking over.
Is there any interstate competition between Maryland and Pennsylvania? Because you got Tank, Farmer, Philly, Maryland, well, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and then you and J-Rock, Philly, Maryland. Was there an interstate competition, like in the amateurs, anything like that?
I can't say there wasn't, because, like I said, I didn't compete on that level. You know what I mean? I didn't do that well with amateurs to be that involved and know if it was a competition within those states, but I do know that DMV sometimes don't really support each other like people would like. You know, Philly, they strong behind each other. You got a Philly fighter, you got Philly this, they're all behind each other. With the DMV, we kind of sometimes be in competition, but you know, I can see coming up, you know, we wasn't trying to outdo the guys that was having the belt, you know, the guys that was top contender. We was out trying to outdo each other, and that's just how DMV is. You know, we rather outdo someone else and, you know, help them up.
What do you attribute to the lack of unity or lack of support?
Well, me, you know, I always been a guy. I said, even walking in the gym, and I seen Gary Russell, and I was he was a top guy here at Hillcrest when I started. He was going to the Olympics already. This was the second time attending the Olympics. And you know, I was just like, man, all the cameras coming in on him, all the attention he was getting. I always told myself, if I ever get in that position, I'm going to put spotlight on these guys, because I wanted Gary to do that for me. You know what I mean? And not saying Gary was that type of guy, but, you know, some guys just don't think like that. They're doing what they were supposed to do. They're training, they focus on their fight. But I wanted to be the guy, when I had the spotlight on me, I wanted to shine on others, because I know how I was when I was once in that position. And now that I'm here, every opportunity I get, man, if it's reaching out with the community, if it's putting on other fighters, I started my own promotional company now, and I want to put a lot of spotlight on the guys that's fighting, you know, coming up now here in the DMV. And even when I had my home card, you know, I asked, you know, this personally to put a lot of fighters from the area on to get some shine, and it's just the type of guy I am, man. Now I'm in that position.
You have your own promotion company. Are you promoting this fight?
Yes, I will be promoting this fight, yes.
And you're fighting at home.
Yes.
Does it put you in a different mindset than going to fight, than playing those away games?
Well, as of right now, no, because everything seems the same. I'm used to training and what's going on right now. But I'll see how it is once I get closer to the fight. You know, I'm used to traveling and going out of town and being away for the last week and preparing for the fight, for the final countdown away from home. So I'll see how it is, man. Hopefully people don't get too involved in trying to ask me too many questions, bother me, and reaching out for tickets and things like that.
No free tickets. You gotta pay. Get the brother paid.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see though. I'm not sure. We gotta wait till we get close to the fight.
Yeah, because the first time I met you, you was fighting a weight fight at the Barclays Center. Came and did the media day and some Nike flip-flops because you left your shoes because you drove there. But now you at home.
Right.
Do you feel hyped or you just like...
Listen, man, I'm counting down the days. I'm hyped because it feels like this is my Super Bowl. Like I'm bringing the titles back to my hometown with it. I don't know, man. It's I'm so anxious. I can tell I'm anxious because the time is going for me past slow. When you anxious, you anticipate something. The time moves slower, and that's how I feel right now. I'm like, man, 5 weeks. God dang, hurry up. You know what I mean? I'm ready to fight now, and but I'm just excited. I'm just so excited.
Real talk. Are you looking to put on a show? This guy's you got knocked out by your arch rival, and you're fighting at home. Are you looking to put on a show? I'm
definitely looking to put on a show, and in order for me to do that, I have to just go out there and be myself. You know, I don't have to do anything special because I'm always putting on a show in all my fights. I don't have to go out there and do anything too extraordinary. Just go out there and be myself, and that right there is a show in itself. So I'm definitely looking forward to putting on the show. I would like to finish in a stoppage. You know, that's what we're not saying we're going for it, but that's what we're definitely aiming for. Because I feel like the caliber fighter I am, I can't get a stoppage over Julian Williams, and that's what I'm planning on having at May 11th.
Your last fight, it looked like he pissed you off a little bit in the ring. It looked like you was working with him.
Why?
Then he pissed you off and you like broke his rib or something. Can you break that down for me?
Well, you know, every camp is always something different. We work on things. Even in my sparring, I don't really even fight like how I will fight my sparring. I work on certain things. If it's behind the jab, if it's game plans or whatever. And for this particular fight, we chose Jason Wilborn to fight because I was coming off surgery on my left shoulder, and we wanted to work on basically to see if the left hand was back together and a little on defense. We've been working on that. You know, the word on the streets is I get hit a lot. So I was wanting to go out there and work on some defensive things. And for the first three rounds, we did that. And then, you know, I got hit a couple times doing it. Sometimes they had me on the ropes. And I would hear the crowd say, oh. And then when I went to the corner, we worked the left, make sure the left was okay. And then when I went to the corner, asked my trainer, he told me, all right, pick it up, man, get the fight over with. So I went out there again, worked behind the jab, and I remember like it was yesterday, man. He threw another flurry, and it kind of went around my gloves a little, and I heard the crowd say, ooh. And I don't know why I just instantly got mad. I instantly got mad. I don't know why. I think because the crowd was saying, ooh, good. And I just picked it up, man. I just went out there and let my hands go and got the fight over with a body shot.
It was in your face. I mean, yeah. A lot, but it's like you really was just like effing and broke
right, yeah, because I was working on things and then the crowd was getting excited. And, you know, even after the fight, you heard people saying that, man, I was getting scared for a minute. Like, what's wrong with Jarrett? He's not fighting the way he was. And I was like, man, I'm coming off surgery. I wanted to work on some things, but, you know, I still wanted to fight, so that's all that matters.
So coming off surgery, first fight back, how did the shoulder feel?
It felt good, you know. It didn't feel too bad leading up to the fight, of course, because we wouldn't have took the fight. But, you know, things are different when you're in here actually, when your adrenaline's rushing, you actually let your hands go try to damage your other opponent. So the shoulder felt good, and we just wanted to make sure that it was okay, and it was.
So you feel back 100%?
I feel back 100%. Actually, I forgot about the shoulder now. It's A-okay right now.
So last time we talked, you said you want to have maybe 1 or 2 more fights at 54, fight Charlo and go up. Since Charlo lost, is that still the game plan, the roadmap, and then go up to 160?
Yes, sir. Only thing that changed is now we're not looking to fight Charlo. We were looking to win the WBC. So you know what that means. A rematch should be happening, I heard, sometime in June. And whoever wins that fight, I'm going after the WBC. It's no longer Jamil Charlo. You know, if Tony Harrison beats him again, It'll be a Hurd Harrison rematch. If Charlo wins, then it'll be a Charlo versus Hurd. But you know that's the plan, to face the WBC champion after this fight. Hopefully I can get it done this year, and then after that, you know, if Charlo does win, it's a story within itself, man. Move up to Big Brother 1 Redemption. Let's get it.
Now the Harrison-Charlo fight, do you feel Harrison won that fight, like in your opinion? I know on the cards he won the fight, but what do you think? Do you think he won that fight?
Going back at the arena, see, it's hard to say, because if I was a judge sitting ringside, how I had it and scored it, I would have went for Charlo. But see, once I got home and rewatched the card a few times, I see why. I can understand why they gave certain rounds to Harrison, and then I gave the fight to Harrison. So I mean, it really was that. It's really arguable, you know. It was some rounds. There were one round where Harrison caught Charlo in the beginning and Charlo buckled, but then later on that round, Charlo hit Harrison with an overhand, and then he buckled. And you know, they both hurt each other in the same round. With so many rounds that was that way, it's hard to exactly say who was the definite winner. But after watching it, and me personally, I did see why they gave the fight to Tony Harrison.
Do you think Harrison wins the rematch?
Now that I don't, I ain't gonna lie. Me and Tony Harrison, after our fight, we became closer. You know, it's kind of like my boy / rival. You know what I mean? But I'm rooting for Harrison because he's my boy. But see, then I don't want to fight Harrison because I want to fight Jermell Charlo. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, it's almost like I'd rather Jermell win because I want the Charlo Hurd fight. I feel like it's a bigger fight. I feel like it answers more questions for the fan. And I personally had some personal issues with Jermell Charlo that I wanted to be able to fight him.
Really?
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm kind of rooting for Harris.
But you prefer to fight Charlo?
I prefer to fight Charlo.
Is it personal reasons or professional?
Personal reasons, man. You know, a lot of people, a smarter person will want to go for the Harrison fight because they already beat Harrison. I know I can win a belt that way easily, but I don't want it that way. I want to answer. If I do face Harrison, they gonna say, man, Jarrett already knew. We already knew Jarrett could beat Harrison, and then it's all gonna be that question mark on the Charlo fight. So to kill it all, let me get Jermell Charlo.
So when you say personal, is it things that's already on the record, or is it something the boxing world doesn't know about?
No, things that's already on record. No. To be honest, after Jermell Charlo lost, I haven't heard a thing from him. I don't know where he's at. I don't see him. I don't hear nothing on the internet about him. He don't post very often. I haven't heard Charlo. Everywhere I went, that's all I used to hear. Charlo. Well, you gonna fight that twin? Now, I don't hear a peep out of him.
Why do you think that is? Do you think he fell deep into the drum and got focused, or you think it really broke his spirit a little bit?
Humbled. Okay, that's exactly what he got, humbled. And he thought he was untouchable. You know, his mouth was running. His mouth couldn't fight for him. And you know, I said it in my special on Showtime. I spoke about this. I said, to be honest with you, you guys are going to see a different Charlo as he keeps stepping the fight. He's close with me because psychologically I knew this. I could tell when I talk to him. I tell when I look at him. I tell how things are off camera. I can tell how things are on camera. I said, as the fight, he's trying to psychologically build himself up mentally to say that he's ready and prepared to fight me. And that's why he was fighting every opponent I was fighting. He was trying to outdo my opponent when he fight for Austin Trout. That's why I went to a fight with Tony Harrison. But I was like, man, I don't even want him to fight these guys because he is a risk of him losing with either one of them. And then I knew for a fact after I beat Arizona Lara, them guys used to spar together and all that. I know Arizona Lara used to, majority of the time they spar. I'm not going to say every time, Lara used to get the best of him because you could tell how confident Lara was when he said, I fight Jermell today. I fight Jermell. And then, Charlo was not looking to fight Lara that much. And then when he seen me go in there and do that to Lara, psychologically it messed him up, man. So he was trying to mentally get prepared for me and to know for himself, assure himself that he was prepared enough for me. And then when he lost to Harrison, now you hear nothing from him.
And stablemate Spence just had a great victory over Mikey Garcia. There's a couple of matches for him to make out welterweight, but he may move up to 54.
What?
Is that a fight that will keep you at 54, or you moving up to 160 no matter what?
No. Well, let me rephrase that. If that's what people got. I never said I was moving up no matter what.
Oh, okay.
It was an option. Like, if the brother want redemption for me beating the younger brother, then, we definitely can make that fight at 160. But I still want to become undisputed. Mm-hmm. So me sitting after I win the WBC, I will sit at 54 a while if it looks if I can get a fight with Hamid McGee, or if Hamid McGee is still title holder at that time for the WBO. If I can get a shot at WBO, I'm going to sit around. So I'm not saying I will move up directly after I get the WBC. I'm saying that if that fight makes sense and he wants to redeem his younger brother, then we can make that happen. Kind of like what Canelo did, moved up and moved right back down, you know what I mean? But the fight with Earl Spence, listen, this fight been brought to me a lot too. I like Earl Spence. He had a spectacular performance, and one thing for sure, I don't care what nobody say, that fight was won off his skills, nothing to do with size. Because he didn't impose his physical strength on him. He used skills to beat him. And I love that fight with Earl Spence because he's Dallas, Texas, and I'm Washington Redskins, baby. That's a rivalry in itself. Yep. So, I'm an ambassador for the Redskins. We got they're backing me. The Cowboys are backing Earl Spence. And let's make it happen. Look, I would love that fight with Earl Spence.
At that 54.
At 54, if it makes sense and it can happen.
You're a younger guy in the hip-hop culture, like the hip-hop era of boxing. Mm. What are your feelings on the Nipsey Hussle incident?
Oh, man. I knew about Nipsey. Of course, I heard his music and followed him. But, his death, it really opened my eyes to what type of guy he was. Mm. I didn't know he'd done so much for his community the way he was doing it. And, just a genuine guy that no matter what level he got on or what opportunities he got, he always used his wisdom and things to basically show others the knowledge he learned, man. He was so willing to uplift others and make sure that any type of wisdom he got from his OGs or his older ones, he passed it down. So I didn't know it was to that extent how good of a person Nipsey Hussle was, and it's sad, man, that his life had to be taken like the way it was. I can't say I can imagine, but just to think about, Lauren London and the family and how everything, because it happened out of nowhere. I send my prayers to their family, man, and man, that was a big one when it hit us.
Would you say this is the Tupac incident of your era? Because when I was growing up, I'm a little older than you. When I was growing up, same thing happened to Tupac and affected the community, people, on the same level. Oh yeah,
you definitely can relate to it. Like I said, it's crazy how many people you touch, and it's different when someone passes, and you only hear wonderful things about him. There's nothing bad that you hear about Nipsey Hussle from not a soul. So he was out here doing great things, and it's sad that his life had to get taken the way it did.